Okay, today we will discuss the Maxwell's stress tensor. So let's calculate the total electromagnetic force on the charges in volume V. As we know by the Lorentz force, F is equals to Q E plus V cross B, where I substitute the value of Q rho d tau. Now E rho plus J is equals to rho V, J cross B d tau. Okay, now let's say this small l, which is magnetic force per unit volume, is given as like this: E rho plus J cross B. By the Gauss law, del dot E rho by epsilon naught, and by the Maxwell's ampere law, which is del cross B mu naught J plus mu naught epsilon naught curl E by curl T. Now substituting the value of J and value of rho, F will become E del dot E epsilon naught plus J is equals to del cross B mu naught plus epsilon naught curl E by curl T cross B. Okay, now we can also write this above equation as a curl by curl T dou by dou T E cross B is equals to E cross curl B by curl T plus curl E by curl T cross B. Before substituting this here, let's do some more substitution in this. By the Maxwell's law, we know that del cross E is equals to minus curl B by curl T, and substituting the value of curl B by curl T here, it will become E cross del cross E plus curl E by curl T cross B. The value of this we will substitute here. It will become F epsilon naught E del dot E plus del cross B mu naught plus epsilon naught, which is curl by curl T E cross B plus E cross del cross E. Okay, now we know that del dot E square is equals to 2E cross del cross E plus 2E dot del dot E. Same for B square also. Del B square is equals to 2B cross del cross B plus 2B dot del dot B. Now from this equation, which says that E cross del cross E equals to half del E square minus E dot del E, and same you can do for this B type equation also, and substitute the value of E cross del cross E here and the del cross B value here. You will end up with this: F is equals to epsilon naught del dot E plus E dot del E plus 1 by mu naught B dot del B del by 2 epsilon naught E square plus B square by mu naught minus epsilon naught dou by dou T E cross B. Now as we know that divergence of B is 0, so we can also substitute one more value, which is del dot B del dot B B. So the whole equation will become like this: epsilon naught del dot E dot del E plus 1 by mu naught B dot del B plus del dot B minus del by 2 epsilon naught E square plus B square by mu naught minus epsilon naught curl by curl T E cross B. I just did this for making this thing looks like similar to each other or in a more simplified way. Now this looks somewhat very difficult to you or a very ugly equation to you. To simplify this whole, let's introduce a Maxwell stress tensor. The Maxwell stress tensor let's say it is Tij, where these ij are the indices epsilon naught Ei Ej minus del I j E square by 2. Same for the magnetic field components also, Bi Bj minus del Ij B square by 2. Okay, now we can write this for a single component also, as our vector is of one indices, this is of two indices, so we can also write this in one indices also, and del dot T for the jth, this tensor epsilon naught del dot Ej plus E dot del Ej minus del J E square by 2 plus 1 by mu naught del dot Bj plus B dot del Bj minus 1 by 2 del J B square. So we can all write F, which is our magnetic electromagnetic force per unit volume, as del dot T minus epsilon naught mu naught curl S by curl T, where I use S for the Poynting vector. Now the magnetic force by the Gauss divergence theorem is written as T dot dA minus mu naught epsilon naught d by dt s d dot. In static case, the second term will no more in this expression, and that which you know that why this second term is not in this equation. For the static case, this second term will not remain in this equation by the Poynting's theorem, and F now will become, for this static case, is equals to T dot dA, which is simply the analogous to the force per unit area acting on a surface, analogous to force per unit area. Thank you.